Welcome to Whiteboard and we are back, and today didiscuss natin yung isa sa mga pinaka-topics na nanggigigil ako whenever I read about it online. Possible ba na ang fresh graduate makakuha ng 100,000 pesos per month na salary? Dediretsuhin ko na, to not waste your time, yes, very much possible. Now we first need to clear it up. Ano ba? Base salary, gross compensation, or from one job? Meaning ang base salary is yung base salary mo is 100,000 pesos. Gross compensation meaning, let's say salary mo is 70,000 pero yung annual allowance mo is magsasum up into what? 30,000 pesos. So kapag inad mo yan, magiging 100,000 pesos. Ang isa pa, is it just from one job or would it be like from one job plus one freelance gig? So let's say yung job mo is 50,000 plus yung freelance gig mo is another 50,000, then you have 100,000 pesos per month. Or maybe it's from a business that's giving you 100,000 pesos per month. Now all of that is very much possible, and how do I know? Because I've done it before. And for me personally, it wasn't in base salary, not even in gross compensation, and not even from one job. But it's because I started working when I was in third year college. Sumusweldo na ako in the IT space when I was in third year. And then I also did content. So I had brand partnerships, I had product affiliates, sponsorship. And there were months that I was generating over 100,000 pesos per month. But I also have people na nakikilala ko sa college, hindi pa sila gumagraduate, over 100, over 6 digits na. Kaya pag nagpupunta ako sa Facebook, tapos may mga nagbabash sa mga Gen Zs dyan na fresh grad bagong apply, sobrang feeling mo naman, fresh grad ka pa lang, tapos gusto mo na agad 50k yung base salary mo, 40k yung salary mo. I do think na ito yung isa sa mga bagay kung bakit hindi tumataas yung mga sweldo nyo, kasi honestly, a big portion of it is mental. Pero don't get me wrong, those na kumikita na 6 digits per month, outlier na agad yan compared to the average Filipino. And even more so, baka dito na yung 6 digits per month na fresh graduate. So honestly, to be able to execute this, you really have to aim very, very high. And if I were to give you a few tips, this is how I would probably do it. Number 1 is experience before experience. Sama na yun! Number 1 is to join organizations sa school nyo, and not just join the organizations but be involved sa organizations. No, I'm not talking about fraternities or yung mga pinapadel. I'm talking about organizations. For example, I'll be talking more of the tech space when you're in college kasi computer science graduate ako and yun yung mas familiar ako. Pero I'm sure na meron din dyan sa engineering, sa accounting, etc. etc. So for example, sali ka ng organization, sali ka ng Microsoft org, ng Google org sa school nyo, or even yung home organization ng college nyo. Pwede din yun. And then not just join but actively participate. Maging leader ka dun sa org mo, join yung mga events ng orgs mo, but at the same time, make sure na you also prioritize getting internships. Ang mistake kasi ng majority of college students right now is they wait for the mandatory internship. Let's say pag fourth year college na sila, tas required na dun sa curriculum nila to take the internship, dun lang sila kukuha ng internship. Ideally, and whenever some people ask me, and also, I already have testimonies of students na nagtatanong sa akin, and sabi ko, kumuha ka ng internship, do your best to get an internship kahit second year college ka pa lang, and they already have offers from companies because they took the internship even when they're still in second year. Why? Because you will learn so much, and then this internship, literal skill na yan, experience na yan that you could actually put in your resume. And lastly, of course, don't forget to get good grades. Samba, ang dami mo namang gustong pagawa. Join orgs, join internship, get good grades. Guys, remember, eto ka. You're an outlier, so don't expect to work just as equal as those na nandito sa average. If gusto mo maging outlier, expect to outwork all of these people over here. So Sam, how do I get internships? Join events. Mamaya papakita ko sa inyo kung paano ba tayo pwedeng makakuha ng internships even when you're in second year college. Next naman, ang reality kasi talaga niyan is your location and industry. If you target local companies, honestly, it's a lot harder to reach 100k, although possible, but again, if you want it the easy way, go international. And then also, industry matters just as much, if not more, than location. Let's say nasa health industry ka. Honestly, especially when you're here in the Philippines, let's say nag-study ka ng nursing, PT, it will be a lot harder for you to reach the 6 digits compared to if you studied software engineering, banking, or sales. Now, it doesn't mean na if ito yung tinitake mo, okay, ayoko nito, wala nang pera dito. Again, it's very hard to make money na 6 digits per month if yung money lang talaga yung hinahabol mo. You really need the passion kasi again, you'll be outworking all these people na nasa average, so don't expect to be able to outwork them kung hindi ka passionate dun sa ginagawa mo. Now, ano ba yung mga high-paying industries ngayon? Software engineering, AI, of course, banking and sales. Again, in businesses, whenever you handle money, of course, they're gonna pay you big money. And ito yung mga trends natin, software engineering and AI. Now, here's the harsh reality. School does matter. Again, why does school matter? Kasi, again, organizations, some companies may partnerships with organizations, so mas madali ka makakuha ng internships and job offers when you're part of that school and you're part of that organization. And mas madami ka ding opportunities, for example, mga job fair, and of course, yung network mo within the school. So yes, school does matter. I do think na if may nagsabi na, hindi, alam mo, yung school na yan, after a while naman, wala nang kwenta yan. That is absolute copium. That is complete cope. School does matter kasi, again, even if it just matters dun sa first job mo, your first job usually sets the trajectory papunta dun sa buong career roadmap mo. So, your first job is very much important. So, meaning, your school does matter because your school matters dun sa first job mo. And next is luck. Don't expect to be the outlier if wala kang luck. There are a lot more hardworking people than me, a lot more hardworking people than you, and a lot more hardworking people na than those na kumikita ng 6 digits a month, pero hindi sila naging lucky. Maybe they were not given the equal opportunities, they were not given the opportunity to even study. So for you, since you're already watching this video, I'd assume na you have already a decent amount of luck. So how would you increase your luck? Kasi would you believe it or not, you could increase that. Why? How? By expanding your network, expanding your reach, and expanding your opportunities. Imagine mo yung luck na yan, yung swerte na yan, imagine mo it's a big network. Like compare natin for example, nangingisda ka, so may isda dito, isda yan, fish. Tapos may net ka dito na ganito lang kalaki. Tapos may isa pa na mas malaki yung net. Syempre mas madami mahuhuli tong malaking net, 'di ba? Compared dito sa mas maliit na net. Sasabihin mo ba na mas lucky tong malaking net? Of course not. Mas malaki yung net niya, malamang mas madami siya makukuhang isda. So, what does expanding your net mean? Meaning, expand your network. Again, join organizations, get to know people, talk to people, expanding your reach, go do social media, post in LinkedIn, post in Twitter, expanding your opportunities, join events, join hackathons, go to places and get to know other people. And through that, you'd be increasing the size of your net. Emphasize ko lang, when it comes to expanding your network, this doesn't really mean like just joining events. It could also mean like just being a good person in general. Of course, let's say may isa kang kaibigan na nakakuha ng magandang opportunity tapos ayaw niya sa'yo kasi ang pangit na ugali mo. Do you think i-refer ka niya? Of course not. Pero if maganda yung ugali mo, mabait ka sa kanya, baka ikaw pa yung una niyang sabihan na, uy, alam mo ba may job opening kami dito. Try mo i-apply, tapos ako bahala sa'yo, i-refer kita. Di pasok, di ba? Or maybe sa prof, if maganda yung tingin ng prof sa'yo, kasi masipag ka mag-aral, submit all your requirements on time, tapos may binigyan siyang research helper opportunity or offer, syempre, good shot ka sa prof mo, di yun yung pwede mo applyan. Again, all of this, it really matters on how you live your day-to-day life. And honestly, when you look at all these things, it doesn't really mean na how to guarantee 100,000 peso job after you graduate. It's more of like, how does a person na may 6-digit salary function? Ano ba yung habits nila? They have the initiative, they have the curiosity, and they have the desire to actually land that goal. So ikaw na bahala if you want to be an outlier. Just don't expect it to be easy kasi hindi magiging madali yan. Now, I actually created an app called Ascenso. Available siya sa App Store and sa Google Play Store. And I built this app with the goal na turuan yung mga Filipinos kung paano ba maging financially literate starting from growing their career. So pwede ka gumawa ng character dito, i-manage yung investments mo, tsaka kung anong job yung pwede mong piliin at kung paano mo i-grow, paano ka magka-climb ng corporate ladder, at pwede mo din i-test yung investment strategies mo dito with zero risk at all. Now, if you're interested in downloading Ascenso, you can check out the description below. Andun yung links for both Android and iOS. Again, that's pretty much it. And comment down below kung may kakilala ka ba na fresh grad na mataas agad yung sahod. Now make sure to check out the How to Make Money playlist natin para makita mo kung ano pa ba yung mga ibang opportunities na open para sa'yo ngayon. Make sure to share this video to your friends and subscribe para hindi ka mamatay na broke.